let me get in the dust there in Wyoming and let me get real with this situation. So apparently she is talking to legal counsel, and will divorce Kanye. This is really bad. Divorce destroys families. You commonly survey like young adults and what the most destructive thing was for them growing up, and it's divorce. Divorce splits the mind because fundamentally it is a rejection in both spouses, when it's a mutual divorce, or even when it's just an ugly fight and one person escalates to divorce before the other. What essentially happens is that the kid takes this on. This is like a huge lesson the kid learns. The kid learns to distrust, members of the opposite sex. The kid learns to distrust their parents because their parents threw the family life in total upheaval. The kid becomes wary of the other siblings because there starts to be a lot of favoritism, and there starts to be alliances, and the divorce courts want testimony from the different siblings, and some will side with the mother, some will side with the father. This splits the child's mind. Everything starts to become very Machiavellian for children at this stage, and because they usually can't tolerate this, they push it under. And the sum effect of what happens with this is that it kills their self-esteem. Divorce kills children's self-esteem. And so they have this like subconscious superstructure, familial superstructure that undermines them later in life, because everything becomes like a proceeding. Everything becomes a litigation. Everything is a conflict now. So don't underestimate just how much parents are the gods. And I'm not saying this to blaspheme, but I'm just talking about the immensity of it, right? Don't underestimate the degree to which parents are gods in the universe of the children. They're almost that influential. I'm not trying to blaspheme here, but it's like, whoa, these are your primary people in life, and they've fundamentally rejected each other. And so the sides of you that are like similar to your father, that are heritable, your personality that's heritable from your father, and the personality that's heritable from your mother, start to reject one another. This is what you internalize. You're at odds with yourself. And most people split. I mean, like 99% of people who went through divorce as a kid, they have a split in their personality. It's very, very noxious what Kim Kardashian is doing. And she is more in the wrong. But Kanye it's not 70-30. This is not like, Kanye is depicting it like he's under fire and he's under attack. Now she's got more sophisticated weaponry than him. He's got the plain and simple, burning bush truth that he's trying to like get in touch with by like following his instincts and following his gut. He's being assailed by complicated, complex weaponry that she has. Just the total culmination of her 25 years or whatever of manipulating men is coming to the fore now. And he's under serious, heavy fire. And he's depicting it like, I'm under duress and I'm being wronged here. And while that's true, it takes two to tango. This isn't like 70-30 Kim Kardashian being worse. This is like 55-45, 60-40 at most. Kim Kardashian being nasty with Kanye and taking things to the point of no return. He chose her. He slept with other women for years, sowing all this resentment with a dangerous, admittedly, pretty obviously dangerous woman. And he's the one who procured and chased a vainglorious life, rapping and materialism and, look at this design and fashion and, pursuing all this is like not a man's work. And I think now more so in Wyoming and in Cody, he is involved in a man's work. But he did not contribute positively to the moral discussion at the heart of civilization for a very long time, and he promoted the wrong things. And so, frankly, he's reaping what he sowed. But that said, she is far overpowered in this situation, and she's going to try to smoke this guy. And she's doing it under this mealy mouth, drippy, schmaltzy, honey drip sort of stuff. And she's going to nail this guy. This woman's an absolute axe murderer. And Kanye chose very, very poorly. He's paying the price now. And it was part of his like self-gratification and part of his self-glorification that he chose Kim Kardashian, right? He wanted the baddest bitch, right? He wanted the most fly bitch. And this is the price he paid. So men out there, be wary. There's a huge lesson here. Kanye does not have bipolar. Kanye may have been diagnosed by psychiatrists in California as having bipolar, but Kanye West does not have bipolar. Kanye West is more so the victim in this situation, but not by a huge amount. And remember, we don't see, and I'm like basing my commentary off of tweets and like a little bit of hearsay. It's US Weekly that's saying that Kim Kardashian is seeking legal counsel. We can fairly well infer that that's what's happening, but we don't have like all the court proceedings. We don't have everything laid out in front of us yet. We've just got some good evidence, and I think that it's awfully instructive and courageous for Kanye to be saying what he is when he is saying it, but I'm not going to treat him with kid gloves either. I don't think he'd want that. And I think it was cool that Dave Chappelle went out and gave him support. America's a shit show now, huh? But this is the split, right? This is the left-right split. Politics split this family. And really, it was Kim Kardashian's bad politics and her mother's meddling that ultimately destroyed this family. It wasn't on the best foundation because of Kanye's choices. But this is like the power of modern day feminism. Women have the vote. And women in 2020 in the fall could fundamentally stab men in the back and preclude us from a civil society. This has deep, deep ramifications. This isn't just like celebrity gossip. This is peak America 2020. I don't like it. This is not how I conduct myself. This is not how my life has gone. This is not what I've espoused for well north of a decade now. But this is the way it is right now. I hope you're learning something from this. I mean, goodness gracious. I'm rooting for Kanye. I stand with Ye. I do not stand with his wife. I wonder what you make of it. Let me know in the comments. I hope this was useful to you. Gosh, we got to look out for our guys. We got to look out for our guys. See ya.